guys, are you ready for day 2 of the 12 Days of Christmas in July with Polly's Paper Studio? This is a fun and whimsical, retro-inspired Christmas tag wall hanging decor. Use it however you like because it's just awesome like that. Made with Authentique Jingle collection, some trims from Really Reasonable Ribbon, and some dies from Cheery Designs. So let's make this together. I'm working with the Authentique Jingle collection. This is new this year. It is super cute and retro and adorable. I'm not using the 6x6 pad. This is just the one I had down here by the camera. But you can definitely tell that the patterns are a lot of fun to work with, and there is cut aparts too, so you can definitely use these to make lots of different projects and different sizes too, because the 12 by 12 pages are going to be much larger. I'm also using the coved rectangle stitch and cut tool. This is from Cheery Designs, and it cuts out the fun shape. Also, it is not so detailed that you can't cut through 110-pound cardstock, which is what I like to put in the core of tags so that they hold a nice shape. So I'm using that to cut 2 patterned papers in the core, and then also I have a coordinating strip, which is just the reverse side pattern of what I'm going to be putting on the front and back. So starting with that stitch rectangle, and then I'm going to build the layers. So a keen observer will say, but Ginny, this project is looking a lot like one that you just posted in your Etsy shop not 2 days ago, and that would be correct, because the first project that I had planned to share for Christmas in July was one that was very similar to this, but it was the day that the technology was not my friend. So the battery on the camera died, and then the little icon that shows the microphone was showing that it wasn't on, and then I finally got all that worked out, and I filmed the video, and it was so cute, and I loved it so much. But then when I added it to Premiere to edit it, it was too blurry to use, and I was like, no! But it was too cute to let go, so I'm doing it again, and I'm using Authentique this time. For the last one I did graphic 45, so I definitely think that this is a flexible design. You can use lots of different kinds of paper or different styles. This is a piece of they call this chenille stem now. Back in the day it was called pipe cleaner. That's what I know it as, and I'm just going to add that to the bottom and cover that seam. So to hang this, it's not very heavy, but I do want to add some little holes that I can add the tinsel or the chenille stem through. And the crocodile is nice because it will cut through all those thick layers. You want to add it through the hole and then just work it back up. This happens to be one length of a chenille stem. Chenille, how do you say that? If anybody knows, you can leave me a comment. I think it's chenille, maybe. Twist it back around on itself so that it will stay in place. But the computer bugs or camera bugs didn't get me, because I did wind up with a project that I really liked. So I just adapted, and you have to do that sometimes when you are crafting. So these are little bows that I created with, this is a center stitch burlap from Really Reasonable Ribbon. This is ivory burlap string, and then jingle bells. And because I have attached this through the holes, I'm not concerned that the weight of this is going to be held on with the hot glue, so that will be fine. I'm just going to add 2 at the top, and that will be sort of covering that hole up a little bit. tomorrow I will tell you all about how the printer doesn't like me this week. I just can't make friends with the technology in this house. It just doesn't like me. Thankfully, I have people here who can get me out of binds because I do tend to get into them quite a bit. This is a very cute little die-cut doily. I put a little double-sided adhesive on the back. And I'm just going to stick it right there. And then this is going to be the focal image. So this is from that cut apart. Isn't that cute? She is adorable. I put some stickles on her, same as yesterday, just very sparingly, and then some double-sided foam tape so that we can get some dimension. This happened to be just at the edge of the journal card, so that works perfectly because then I can just scoot that all the way to the edge and it will look intentional, not like I cut half of that wreath off. She is so sassy. I love her. And then I'm going to come in with some little sticker words. For these, I cut them out. They were a longer strip. The collection has a die cut page of different pop-outs. This was part of one of the tags. I clipped the words out and then sectioned them so that I could fit them on and make sense of them. Once I had it cut out of the page, I added it to 110-pound cardstock, and because I did that, now when I stick that down with a double-sided tape, I'm not going to be concerned that the top is going to get all wobbly looking. It will be nice and sturdy. And so it's going to say, "Oh, darling, this is as merry as I get," which sometimes, you know, Christmas can be a little bit crazy cuckoo. Especially when you have to bake like 30,000 cookies and go Christmas shopping and clean your house and do all the things and travel, and then the weather is going to be unpredictable. That's why I like to do a lot of my Christmas crafting in the summer. These are not a thing I do generally. I don't do word strips very often, but I think these turned out pretty cute. I'm going to put one more right here. So if you guys have any thoughts, I have some plans for different projects. If you have any suggestions, you are welcome to leave them in the comments below, because I got a couple ideas brewing, and I'm kind of trying to wing it as I go along to see if I can adapt and make sure that I'm covering things you guys are interested in seeing. If you leave them in the comments below, I will definitely consider them and add them to the lineup, and hopefully we will get lots of holiday crafting done during this 90-degree weather. Hopefully you guys aren't hearing the tractor outside, because as soon as I turned on the camera, someone turned on the tractor, and that's just how it goes when you are living in the country. Here's some more flowers. You knew that was coming. These are wild orchid craft. These are velvet hydrangeas, some more loopy bows, and then I cut this holly from Cheery Lynn Designs dies, and I put a little stickles, and I shaped them a little bit just with my thumb as I was attaching them, and they're all layered on the back so that I can add them all together. I think before I put that on, I might add the buttons because that might be in the way. These are just 3 little buttons. They're vintage, and I'm going to put them at the bottom. I've got like a beautiful selection of vintagey buttons that I got for my birthday last year. We went to a, wow, that is a lot of glue. Let's not put that much glue on there. A brewery in town, and it is right next to the coolest antique district. It has it's 4 stores actually, and they all have a different genre of vintage. So some of it's modern, retro, actual vintage, and then there's like a lot of like architectural sort of things. And so I scrounged through there, and I drugged my kids. I don't know how much fun they were having, but they were out to dinner with us, so I made them go, and I picked up all of the vintage button bins that I could find. And I've been working with them since September, and I'm not out yet, but I'm getting dangerously close. So hopefully they will last until I can get back down to that market again. These are just the nicest shade of ivory. So you're never going to get that in a new button. I don't know why they can't seem to get that right, but I think just the patina of being used. I'm going to add one more, and then that will be finished on the bottom and I can put the flowers on. So if you enjoyed this project, give me a thumbs up so I know that you are enjoying the projects that I'm bringing to you. Leave me a comment and leave suggestions there too if you think of something that would be fun to have for our 12 days of Christmas. And then if you're not already, I would love for you to subscribe. Day 3 for Christmas in July is coming up tomorrow. And I have an idea what I want to do for that. I've just got to do digital image printable for that. And tomorrow may be me. I finished all the kits up for Hey Santa. I got to do a lot of packaging and get them to the post office. So hopefully I will have time to get all that in and then do the printable, because I think it will be a very nice project. So this is super cute, sassy, retro style. So that is it, and I'm wishing everyone a happy and productive day, and I'm thanking you so much for watching. Bye.